I think you will see $100 barrel crude at some point over the next couple of years, simply because global demand is still growing. Um, Absent a recession, it's going to continue to grow. If there is a recession, it's going to dip and then grow again. And there's not enough global supply growth to meet that demand. And this first chart you have up here on the screen is kind of a classic example of that. This is from the Department of Energy, the Energy Information Administration, and it's U.S. oil production going back to 1920, January 1920. And you can see that peak in U.S. oil production in the early 1970s. But leading up to that peak, growth was very strong. And we all know what happened in the 1970s, right? Soaring commodity prices, soaring oil
Right.
prices. And part of the reason for that was there was a complacency, right? In the early 1970s, people were saying, well, our economy is growing at a breakneck pace. Demand for energy is growing at a breakneck pace, but no problem. Look at all this U.S. supply growth, the supply growth from places like Saudi Arabia. When that ended, we went from a culture of plenty to a culture of scarcity. The more recent shift is look what in 2007, 2008, U.S. oil production down around 5 million barrels of oil a day. And there was this culture of scarcity. We're going to have to import more, right? We're going to be more dependent on OPEC. And same thing with gas. When I started in this business, which was 25 years ago, hard to believe, there was the big growth story out there was, the U.S. is going to have to build all these LNG import terminals to import enough gas from the Middle East and Russia to meet growing demand for natural gas. And of course, that hasn't been the case. We saw this shale boom that caused production to soar from 5 million barrels a day all the way up to 13 million.